WCB Podcast, your source for all things Chicago Blackhawks and everything hockey. With your host, Jarom and Tanner. Let's do it. Jarom and Tanner.
All right, so just in the WCB Podcast, it's Jarom, it's Tanner. What's up, bud?
You know, just watching hockey, getting ready for the holidays.
In the holidays, it's American Thanksgiving, which means we'll have to do our...
We call it just Thanksgiving here.
Yeah, well, whatever.
There's Canadian Thanksgiving, and then there's Thanksgiving.
So we're at Thanksgiving, which means it'll be time to look at the standings, and we'll figure out who realistically is going to stay in their playoff position and who's going to drop, and if there's going to be any big surprises. But before that, we'll talk a little Blackhawks hockey. And last week we had a little therapy session, and Tanner talked about just score more than one goal.
Yeah,
just score 2 goals and you'll get points.
Yes, absolutely.
He was 33% correct.
I was 66% correct.
Correct, yes, because the Hawks ended up scoring. What was that? 7 goals in 3 games, and they walked away with 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're recording, we talk about how Dickinson and Anderson aren't supposed to be Bedard line mates, and Bedard just makes Dickinson look like a goddamn superstar, and he gets 2 goals from the knee one-timer. How you doing? Yep. Is any consolation, though, that they didn't get a point in that game? So we were half right on that. Because if he was a top-line superstar, they would have won that game or at least gotten a point.
Yeah, he should have gotten a third.
Yeah. So, let's just get right into it then. Hawks. Actually, I don't know how you want to get into it. Do you want to break game by game, or do you just want to talk a little bit about the overall play?
I mean, it's disappointing that they ended up losing to Anaheim because they were ahead for so long, I feel like. And the fact that they scored 2, finally breaking their streak of just 1 goal every game for 5 fucking games. It was really nice, especially since everybody's like, what the fuck is he doing with the first line? And then Dickinson ends up getting in 2 goals. Did Bedard have a shot this game?
Yes.
Okay.
It have a shot. It wasn't
this
2.
game. This is the next 2. So yeah, I don't know. It would have been nice to get the point, especially because it's one of those things where Soderblom plays well, doesn't get a point.
And again, Soderblom's going to get his hate because of, if you look at his stat line, he only had an .875 save percentage, but it's without him in net, that is a much bigger game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the teams you have to beat, and you should be getting points again. So yeah, it sucks that they couldn't, but
especially
it wasn't.
Home.
Yeah, I mean, they've struggled at home. I think they've only won 2 or 3 games at home at this point this year. Well, before that game, I think it was only 1 or 2.
Well, one of the nice things here too, looking at their stats, is they won in the dot more than they lost. But does that have to do with Bedard not being in the faceoff?
I was gonna say, do you know where the variable is on that one?
Well, he was 100% at the faceoff dot.
Blind scroll finds them not every day, once in a while too.
Yep. Maybe, you never know. Maybe they don't.
But if anything with this game, take away from it, it was a little bit of offensive awakening. They found some lines that shouldn't have made sense or work, but they found some chemistry with it. They were able to roll with it into the game against Florida. And that was one that we really saw what this team could do. Because this could have been a really fucking ugly game, playing the defending Stanley Cup champions, who were off to the best start, I think, in franchise history. If I was reading that correct. Yeah, they're pretty damn close to it. And they came out and they looked like they pretty much dominated the Panthers.
They played really well against the Panthers. I thought it was pretty funny because this one was on ESPN Plus. I think it's Emily Kaplan was the one. She was interviewing Paul Maurice during the game,
No, it was
And
Hextall.
was that Leah Hextall? No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure it was not.
I know. But go ahead.
Um, but she was interviewing Paul Maurice during the game and brought up the fact that like the Panthers haven't won in Chicago in a while. And they're like, "What do you attribute that to?" And he's like, "Well, we just play pretty bad every time we're here." It's just like, well, we stink when we're here, so hopefully we can get that turned around. It's like, oh, dude, Paul Maurice is the best.
This was a nice little monkey off the back game for Teravainen. Gets moved
Yes,
back up to the top power play unit.
where he
Uh,
should have been the whole time.
the whole time, yeah. Gets the puck over the Bertuzzi, who puts it on net, and Teravainen just crashes the net, picks up the rebound for the easy power play goal for his 5th of the season, and that had to be a giant breath of fresh air coming from him.
Yeah, dude, there's another one of like they're analyzing the goal on the broadcast, and I think it's like I don't think it was Kevin Weeks. I think it was whoever he was talking with, like in between the periods, and they were like, "You see Teravainen, he gets this puck over to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi's got his head up all the way, and it's like a blurry screen grab, and I'm like, his head's fucking buried because he's like ready to put it on net." And they're like, he knows where Teravainen's at, and he knows that this shot isn't actually going in. So what he's doing is he's going far side so that the rebound goes right to Teravainen's pad, and just play this clip right here, and boom, there it is, right on his tape, just like he wanted. And I'm like, no, 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 no. There's no way he's like keeping his head up, and he's like Teravainen's there. I know what I'm doing. It's like in that situation, you're trying to just absolutely bury that puck. Putting it far side makes the most sense in terms of getting a rebound to come back out to the like there's no chance in hell that he was going to be like, I'm going to go short side with this. Like that doesn't, unless the
Yeah,
goalie is for whatever reason hugging the far side post, which would make zero sense.
for how
Like
tight he was. Yeah.
yeah, you're just like, no, he put the shot in the place that made the most sense. Teravainen read the play and went back door where the puck ended up on his stick. It was just like, this is bad.
I get what
Commentary.
what they were saying though,
Yeah.
because I know when I was playing and like you look at the shot and you're like, okay, this is where it should go, but you want to keep the like for that type of situation, it's like, okay, keep the shot low.
Yeah.
If it goes in, awesome. If not, then there is a chance for the
Oh
rebound.
yeah.
Like
He knows
that's
what
the
he's
thought
doing, but
process,
like
but they like made it seem like it was all like Zach Galifianakis with like all the numbers and
yeah, dude.
equations popping around him. Yeah. He's got the protractor out. Okay, at this angle, it's gonna go right there, and
Yeah,
then, but
dude.
yeah,
I was like, no. That's he didn't have an eye on Teravainen at all. He knew where the puck came from, but he knows the highest chance opportunity that's going to create is by putting it far side low. Like that's all he did. It's hilarious to me.
speaking of making pretty plays, the second goal for the Hawks was
Yeah.
just absolutely unreal. Puck gets up to Foligno at the blue line, who's able to get it over to Big Rig, who makes a fucking gorgeous pass to Craig Smith breaking in.
Mhm.
Nice little breakaway goal. Hawks score 2. That's back-to-back game with
That's
2
all you needed.
goals. That's all you need.
All you need. And
Fucking
that's all I gotta say. Like that's it. Because technically this game is 2-1 and like actually goes in favor of the Hawks for an empty netter.
yeah,
Just
for the ones.
get two before a goalie gets pulled, you're fine.
I
Good
thought the
point.
funny thing they were talking about with the empty netter was, so basically they were, who I forgot who it was that made the pass that Foligno was just able to like step up and poke. But was it Kevin Wheats was like, or whoever was doing the
Or
broadcast was
Hakey.
Ray, whoever was doing the broadcast was like, yeah, Foligno with the empty net goal, and the other guy's like, yeah, he's gonna be telling his kids he went bar down and like all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
On the score sheet it doesn't say. So you just let them
But
know.
yeah, so I mean that's his 6th of the season, and hey, Hawks put up 3. They get the win, a big win against this defending Stanley Cup champions, and you kind of it. It was one of those games. I don't know about you, but for me, it's not a game changer. Like it's not going to be like, okay, we're going on a run. This team's going to
No.
go to the playoffs and do this. But it definitely felt that there was a little bit more relaxation
Yeah. It
across
was
the team, unless your name's
all right.
Bedard.
Yes.
Unless your name's Bedard, you are a lot more relaxed after this one. Like, you got 5 goals in 2 games. Yeah, you pick up a win over a tough competitor. Like, breathe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go. You're doing the right things, baby steps. And I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's kind of like how I felt like with this game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. After a tumultuous 6 games that they had, I mean, they got a dub against the Wild, which is good, but only scoring 1 goal in a lot of games and then finally get on the board twice in a couple of games. It's like, all right, and pulling out a win. Okay, great. I just want to say that Mrazek definitely got snubbed out of the first star. Like, Craig Smith's goal is great, and it was a game winner. And maybe they're like, okay, cool. Like, that's what sent us, into the W column. But the fact that Peter Mrazek shut the door so many times on especially Sam Reinhart right in front of the net during the power play.
And Matthew Tkachuk at the end there.
Yep.
And he tried banking it off his back like 3 times from like real close.
Yeah, dude. 1 goal on 33 shots, 970 save percentage. Should have easily been first star.
Dude, this game should have been like 7-3.
It's
7-2 technically.
So nice.
7-2 Florida if it wasn't for Mrazek.
Yeah. It could have easily been,
But
Hawks blocked 19 shots too. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, that hasn't been the issue this year. Is the defense and goaltending really hasn't been the issues.
Yeah.
I mean, defense could always be better. I mean, that's always the case, until you have a team that's winning 5 games in a row, whatever. But it's like, overall, my complaints aren't about the team's defensive and the goaltending. It's the offense.
Yep.
So, moving on to Saturday, then a nice little early afternoon game against the Flyers, and it was battle of the first round picks from 2023, Mitch Goff and Bedard.
Yeah, right.
And one of them was going to come out on top as the best player in that draft in this one.
Oh God. That's what it's getting framed as.
No, it isn't, but overreaction after, I mean, if you listen to talk radio right now, yes, it is.
Yeah.
This 4th line, man, I'm absolutely loving Lucas Reichel, Patty Maroon, and Craig Smith.
Yes.
Absolutely
it just works.
Unreal.
It just works.
It's one of those things, like, it shouldn't work, but it does. This was another one. Reichel comes in, gives the puck over to Big Rig, and Big Rig finds him backdoor again, and it's just easy one-timer, empty net, essentially, for Lucas Reichel. The kid gets on the board. I mean, he's getting rewarded for his play. I think there is easily a case to be made that he has been one of the best offensive players on the Hawks. Like, I feel he's in the play. He's making things happen. He's very noticeable out there.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't have a ton of results. I mean, nobody on the team does, but like, he's one of the more obviously noticeable offensive guys out there, like driving the play. The confidence is back. You can see it.
He's feeling it. And I saw a couple of people tweeting, they're like, maybe Lucas Reichel is a 4th line player, but it's like, it's not that he's a 4th line player. It's like, it's the 4th line fits him right now.
Yeah. I'm curious if it's because of like having the size on the 4th line with him is caused, like, lets him, like, kind of feel a little bit more offensive, a little bit more gun-ho. Like, he's got some big fucking guy, Patty Maroon, that's got his back. Also, Patty Maroon can move the puck a little bit, which is pretty good.
I mean, he's a roller hockey champion. Of course he can move the puck.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good to see them, though, that all that's working out for him.
And it's one of those things too. It's like, I want to see this one here, because so before I go to the stats real quick, this same line again, pick up the second goal for the Hawks. This one was Reichel was coming on, had a breakaway off of, I think it was another amazing Patrick Maroon pass to him. Just missed it. goes wide. Maroon picks it up, and I honestly think he was trying to do what Bertuzzi did on the Teravainen power play goal. I think he was trying to do that. It just this one went in.
Yeah.
So he picked up his first as a Blackhawk, his third point in 2 games. I mean, the fourth line's buzzing. And
did you know that Patty Maroon has over 300 points?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I never would have I would have pinned him to be like under 200. Also, did you know that he had 27 goals in 2016, 2017?
I felt like his stats were pretty high when he was with Tampa.
That was in Edmonton that he got 27
Edmonton?
goals. Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
shit.
he was in Tampa for only 4 seasons. Sorry, didn't even put up 27 goals. Oh yeah, he did. He got 29. But that's kind of funny. I was gonna say in the 4 years in Tampa, he didn't have more than the 1 season in Edmonton. But whatever. It's just surprising to me that he has like 42 points 1 season. Never would have
been in the league forever, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 2 games away from 800 career games.
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, and this was another Mrazek game, like just played his fucking dick off, and it just unfortunately the power play goal was, or no, that was the overtime one.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. If you're taking a penalty in overtime, like you're so screwed.
Yeah, I mean the first goal was a tip in and was kind of, can't really blame him. The second one was just a fucking great shot, and then yeah, the Michkov goal was just fucking filthy, and I love that kid, man. I know you can't really like praise other players, especially Russians, but him talking after the game, talking about like how it's like, yeah, you never know how many opportunities like this you're going to get. So when you get presented with a big opportunity, you got to capitalize on it. I'm just like, fuck, dude, get this kid to Chicago.
Yeah, if we can somehow get him from them, that'd be pretty neat.
So Hawks go 1-1 last week. Any other big takeaways from that stretch?
No, it just feels good to be right about and just score 2 goals. All you got to do.
You brought it up a little bit before, and we can touch on it now because I think it's still a discussion to have. Is Connor Bedard held without a shot the last 2 games, and he just has got the look of a defeated kid. Like he cannot seem to get anything going. And it's just, man, you feel for him, but it's at the same time, it's like, what else has got to happen right now? We already talked about like what's got to happen to break this, slump, but it's like, okay, well, another week, same question.
I think the good thing going into, well, when this goes up, today's game is that his line mates are changed. He's back at center, and he's going to be playing with Kurashev and Taylor Hall.
Interesting.
So it should be a lot more offensive on that line, and really hope that I honestly I hope Taylor Hall just turns to him before the game and just goes, "I'm feeding you, fucking rip, just rip." That's all I gotta do, just fucking rip.
That's the thing too. After he was held shotless against the Panthers, I was doing little tiny parlay bets. I also did the 15-game parlay for Saturday, but I also was doing little same game parlay bets for the Hawks. And I was like, I hammered the over for him on shots because I figured he was going to come out there and
I
just
feel like that's what's going to happen.
Rip it. And it's like he looked, but then he always threw the puck off to whoever's with him. And it's like, dude, he's got to get past that.
I'm curious if he's dishing it like that, but he needs other dangerous players on his team because if he's pulling guys because they know he's about to shoot and he can give somebody a better shot, as long as he has players that can, finish those chances, guys are going to have to respect his space because they know as soon as they they pull to him, then he's going to dish it off for somebody to get a better opportunity. But like, since nobody can fucking finish, guys know that they can just basically double team Bedard and fucking shut him down, and then there's zero offense generated.
Yeah. There's no threat out there. And it's gonna be one of those things that you're gonna have to just suck it up and you gotta deal with it. And you're gonna have to put up some of these shitty games like this during this rebuild. Like, it's so crazy. Like I mentioned, like, oh, unless you talk radio, you think you're the conversation Mitchkov versus Bedard and all this kind of stuff. But there's legitimately NHL Network. There was, I think, someone on TSN was asking if Bedard or Celebrini is better than Bedard, if Mitchkov is better than Bedard, and all this kind of stuff, and talking about how the rebuild's kind of besides Bedard, this rebuild has been a bust. It's like, does anybody know like what the actual fucking plan was here?
Also, like, how are you going to say the rebuild's been a bust? Like,
The rebuild just started.
Buffalo's been in a rebuild since like 2008. And then Detroit's been in a rebuild since 2017. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
This is the first year of the rebuild. This is the first time that pieces were being put in place. Yeah. And they're not even pieces to compete. They're pieces to get us to that next level.
The other pieces are literally in college and in Rockford.
Which we're going to get to in a second here about Rockford.
And CHL.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't understand, like, do they just expect the Hawks to go and turn to Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, era style because they got Bedard? Like, is that what, dude, they said that expect a 5-year rebuild.
Yeah.
People
hear that, and then it just goes fucking in 1 year and out the other. And they're like everybody's NHL franchise mode fucking rebuilds go much quicker. It's like, yeah, because you can simulate time and then trade one guy for 7 first-round picks.
Hey, I traded for Mitchkov and I won a Stanley Cup year 3. Yeah. Let's go.
Just there's the blueprint.
Trade everybody, get the first overall pick, and then get Mitchkov. Yeah, let's go. But no, yeah, it's fucking trust the process until the team is in a spot where they are saying, okay, time to compete, we're adding the pieces, and they're still putting up this type of result.
Yeah.
Then you can have that conversation about the rebuild being a bust, and maybe Katie doesn't know what he's doing, or, these guys aren't the right guys, or the coach is incorrect and all that, but until we're at that point where it's like, hey, playoffs are bust, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Have you thought about shutting the fuck
up? The other thing too that I want people to just shut the fuck up about is Frank Nazar.
Yeah.
There is zero fucking reason for him to be on the Blackhawks roster until fucking April. If then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, post deadline, like if they make moves, but like why? Yeah, there's zero reason to bring him up, especially if he's thriving in the AHL.
I'm sure you're going to talk about it.
Let him continue to thrive.
I'm sure you're going to talk about him in your farm report, but I'm going to pull one out. And so in 14 games this year, 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points. He's over a point per game in the AHL. The Rockford IceHogs started off rough. I think they were like 3-7. Since then, they're 3-1-1. And the only time that they lost in regulation was when Frank Nazar was inactive due to personal reasons. Like, this kid is playing important minutes in key situations. He's playing power play. He's playing penalty kill. He's developing his game. He's not going to get to do that up in the NHL. Let the kid fucking develop.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, KD said it best. He's like, I want our prospects to overdevelop in Rockford. before they come up, kind of thing.
Yeah, like you got to establish that winning culture too. Like if you're going to start bringing everybody up onto a team that's not prepared to win, you're just going to like really fucking you're going to fuck players up.
Like I want to see, pull the roster up here really quick. AHL.com. So stupid. I can't believe they haven't been able to get AHL.com.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so Rockford, you got Colton Dock, who potentially is going to be a piece of the future. Not a key piece, but he'll probably be a guy that sits third line, potentially fourth line, maybe floats second line. You got Cole Gutman, Landon Slaggert. This kid named, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Anthony Siu.
I was like, wait, what?
Frank Nazer, Gavin Hayes, and then at defense you got Korchinski, Del Mastro, Phillips, Levshunov, like, and then obviously Comesso. Like, there's so many pieces that are going to be key for this team going forward that aren't ready to be up yet, and you're gonna fuck that up by bringing them up too early.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Like, could you imagine Reichel if we would have just left him in Rockford instead of yo-yoing him back up and down and switching positions and everything?
If we had like, if he could have been in Rockford longer without having to be pulled up, or if he didn't show such good play immediately that caused the yo-yoing, because like we knew what you could do, but then like the confidence like fell apart. And it's just like, all right, now it's kind of like all over the place. Glad he found his confidence again, though.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So, anything else about like, the last week?
No. It's over.
It's over. Moving
all
forward.
All they got to do is just get 2 from now on. That's all they got to do. Points.
To officially put the stamp or the bow on this past week, player of the week, I gave to Patty Maroon for 1 goal. First goal is a Blackhawk, 2 assists, 2 beautiful assists. Yeah, and then because we had to break it up. It was just goalie.
That's because they're so good. They played so well.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Spread the wealth a little bit here, huh? How about that?
Okay, score goals.
Looking ahead to the week ahead, tonight the Blackhawks play against Dallas. Then Friday they play an afternoon game against Minnesota. Sunday another early game against Columbus, and then Monday they head up north to play Toronto in an original six matchup. And Toronto should be full strength. I think Austin Matthews projected to play tomorrow.
Okay.
For the first time in a while.
Back from Munich.
So yeah, some interesting games. I mean, I don't know if any of those are like slam dunk wins, especially Columbus has been putting up. You keep saying just put 2 goals. You're going to need to put like 20 against Columbus just to feel somewhat safe. Like the way they've been putting the fucking puck in the net. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm curious how that game's going to go.
It's going to be like a 10-9 game.
Maybe that's a get right game for like the offense. Since Columbus literally does not play defense.
Yeah. So, we mentioned earlier it's the quarter season mark of the season, so we'll take a little look at where the Hawks stand through the first quarter. Standings wise, 7-12-2 for 16 points. They're 8th in the Central, 32nd in the league, but they are 2 points better than last season at this point.
Oh, brother. Let's go.
Progress.
That's right.
49 goals for a 2.33 goals per game average, 63 goals against.
You got 49 goals for?
Yeah.
On NHL, it has 50.
I pulled it from NHL.
You didn't hear when they added that goal recently?
Yeah, maybe. Are they 63 against?
Yes.
Okay. For 3 goals against per game. So not the greatest, but not the best. or not the worst. Goal leader.
I don't know.
Goal leader, just as we all expected coming into the season, Ryan Donato with 8. Assist leader Bedard with 12. Point leader Bedard with 15, which is fucking hilarious to me. That just shows how bad our offense is, that Bedard hasn't done shit in I don't know how many games. Like that 2-assist game against the Ducks was the first time he really did anything, and he still leads the team in points. And then just had to recognize both goalies, Mrazek 6-8 and 1, 2.68 goals against average for 9.12 save percentage, and Soderblom 1-4 and 1, but 2.36 goals against average and a 9.26 save percentage. So
yeah, those are stats you usually win with.
It's insane. Yeah, it's such a contradictory, like looking at those stats, and then you look at the record, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, did you see Utah's goalie stats?
No.
There was something, I think it was, what was it? It was one had a losing record, but had better save percentage and goals against average, and the other that has all the wins has the worst fucking goals against and save percentage.
Yeah, I think I did see that actually.
So real quick, let's give a couple grades here. First, we'll go as like a general unit. Offense, what are you giving that? F?
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, if you minimum 5 games played, goalies, save percentage. I only put minimum 5 games played because that gets Soderblom in there because he's got 6. He's 4th in the league. I just think it's funny.
Dude, yeah.
I mean,
his name.
It puts Quake at number 1 because he's got 6 games played as well, and 9.43. But a 9.26
2 shutouts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Soderblom's doing it without any shutouts, huh?
Yeah. Show some struggle there, Quick.
Yeah, what did you say? What kind of save percentage, or what was Mrazek's save percentage? Oh, right there.
912.
Yeah, he's 20th in the league, and that's with minimum 5 games. So like you could cut it down by going at least like 10 games played, because that's going to get rid of a lot of
backups.
It gets rid of a lot of backups. I don't know. I don't really know what's fair. We're 21 games in. Maybe you say
I think 10
minimum. Yeah, I don't know. But who's played the most? UC Saros has 18 games played. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Mrazek's got 15. He's 20th in the league. He's actually got the same save percentage as Jake Ottinger. It's kind of funny.
He's having a little bit of an off year.
I don't know. Ottinger's pretty good.
Yeah. He signed his ticket. Now he doesn't have to play as hard.
Yeah.
Defense, what grade are you giving him as a unit?
Like a B minus.
I was saying, I was gonna say like C plus.
Still several goals this year that have gone off the defenseman and in. It's just driving me insane.
So it's a B minus for the defense if you take out TJ Brody, but if you add in TJ Brody, it's probably like a C plus.
Yeah. Has he been like that bad lately though?
I don't know. I honestly haven't even noticed him out there. Goaltending, I'm giving them an A just because they are way overperforming than what I think they should be.
Yeah, no, they absolutely are.
All right, quarter mark. One thing that is surprising you a little bit, or like from this team.
I mean, not being able to score anymore.
The
scoring's just dropped off a cliff.
But let me ask though, like, are you more surprised with just how little it's gone, or are you just truly surprised that just like did you expect much more scoring?
I expected more scoring. Adding Teravainen, getting Taylor Hall back, adding Bertuzzi, like the fact that how many goals do we have more than last year? Do you know?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Wait, we have 2 more points than we did last year.
Yeah.
It's just Yeah, dude. The additions that they have up front, you know, it's weird.
In fact,
Also, TJ Brody has 1 assist in the last 5 games and is an even player.
well, TJ Brody can, fuck off.
I mean, we have another year of TJ Brody, so I would
I know
prefer him to be that
sucks.
type of player, be an even player. That's good.
All right, let's see. Why is it going by game?
What are you trying to figure out?
I was trying to figure out how many goals
They have at
Yeah.
21 games last year.
And it's literally listing out every single game.
Oh,
and not giving me a total.
let me see if I can find it by game. Shoot.
I was doing like October 1st to December 1st, and going from there. And I think it was October 4th.
From last year?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is great. We're gonna figure this out right now.
Got it. Okay, so 21. They had 54 goals last year, so they're down 5 and 4, depending on whose stat you take, yours or mine.
Okay, whatever. That's just annoying.
It's kind of right there at the same.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they should be scoring more goals.
49 goals. Where were you looking at it?
On NHL.
I'm looking at NHL right now.
I went to standings.
Oh, I'm on the team summary page.
I went to standings and it says 50 goals for.
And the team stats page says 49.
Why? What?
So
what is happening? What is it? Somebody figure it out for us.
That's where my numbers came from. So if you're trying to call bullshit that I'm not doing my research, I'm doing my research. It's NHL that doesn't give me the fucking right numbers.
Wait, what? Are they counting? What are they counting? How are they counting this? Why are the numbers different? The numbers, what do they mean? You know what that's from?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's from like Black Ops or something.
I like how you say, like, do you know what that's from? And then you like so not confidently say what you think it's from.
I mean, I'll look it up because this is good stuff.
This is a great podcasting.
Yeah. I'm just so confused. Call of Duty Black Ops. Yep, I was right. It's fucking stupid. So either the Hawks have 49 or they have 50 goals for.
So it's five less or 4 less goals scored compared to last year at this point.
That's so stupid.
So, I mean, they're pretty much right where they were at.
I think they're the only team that has it incorrect.
Just like, it doesn't matter. They're last place. Super bad. It's the last 2 weeks. Who gives a shit? Just fucking drilling holes.
Jesus. All right, let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the new favorite segment here. Ready?
Yes, I'm absolutely ready. All right, fantastic. You know what? I really wanted to get into this. I pulled it up when you were talking about like the guys, like when we were kind of mentioning the prospects, and you were talking about the blue line. There was something I remember seeing about Sam Renzel like last year compared to Brock Faber. So last year, I don't know if you know this, Sam Renzel, University of Minnesota, 39 games. He had 28 points, 2 goals, and 26 assists. So that's his freshman year, where Brock Faber's freshman year, he had 1 goal and 11 assists in 27 games. His sophomore year, he had 32 games, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points. And then his I guess junior year, because it's his last year, he had the C though too. But he had 38 games, 4 goals, 23 assists for 27 points. So Sam Renzel's freshman year, he finished the year with more points than Brock Faber, which is pretty great. And so far this year, he's already at 14 points in 14 games. That's going to be great. I keep it up because that's another big piece that we can add to the blue line. The kid, 6'4" as well.
So what you're saying is Brock Faber ain't shit.
Yes. Basically, because it's so exciting to just kind of be like, okay, so on the left side, Vlasic and Korchinski. On the right side, Levshunov and Rinzel. Like, fuck yeah, dude. That'd be a sick top 4 if it turns out pretty good.
Dude, oh my God.
Anyway.
So excited for the fucking future, man. And you haven't even got into everybody.
No. Nick Lardis, you ever heard of him? The kid's scoring goals at an incredible pace right now. He's got 9 goals in his last 5 games. And he's over a goal per game in the OHL right now.
I know,
23 goals in 22 games.
I think he's on pace for like 70-something goals this year.
Just, kid's ripping. That's all I know. Frank Nazer is still 16 points in 14 games. Like you said, he was stepped away from the team for personal reasons, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I heard something recently about this Pridham kid. I think he's in Kitchener right now. He's got 8 points in 5 games with the Kitchener Rangers of the OHL. Alex Farrand, 19 points in 21 games. He was a Hawks 4th round pick in 2023. Sasha Boisvert, ever heard of him? He's, player of the week again?
Yeah, for the second time this year. Was it the NCHC
or something?
NCHC Rookie of the Week.
Yep. Dude, Sasha Boisvert, keep it going. Kid's got 11 points in 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists. Those have just been some of the good ones I've seen recently. All of them are doing well in their respective leagues too, which is.
You talk about Aiden Thompson?
No, I did not. But he's got 22 points in 14 games. Holy shit, boy! I'm curious if Aiden Thompson ends up signing a contract at the end of the season.
Dude, look up Aiden Thompson headshot.
Headshot?
Yeah. It's not like a hit, like literally his headshot.
Oh. Wait. Oh, like not the one that's on what's it called? On Elite Prospects?
Yeah. Like the kid needs to just fucking shave his head, man.
Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying. I was like, what are you getting at? Holy shit.
Fucking college kid with a fucking 40-year-old comb over going.
Yeah, you gotta, just cut it down. Cut it down. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, because he's 22. He was 2022 third rounder. Okay, so he was drafted at like 20 or 21. No, sorry, 19 or 20, I feel like. So
older guy.
Yeah, I'm curious if he ends up signing after this season. He's got one. It's only his junior year of college, though, so we'll see.
Shit.
Yeah, because he was in the USHL. His draft year, he had 82 points in 57 games.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I feel like he might be one of those the type of player, he doesn't light the league up like once he enters it, but he like season after season gets better and better and better, and then like really hits his stride. So I can see them signing him, getting him some games at the end of the season, and then like maybe him playing in Rockford for a few seasons.
Yeah,
just another thing, We'll see. Other than that, what else we got here? Goaltending is mean, the stats aren't great, but I feel like goaltending stats are never good when it comes to like minor leagues.
Yeah.
How is Rockford? I was gonna say, how is Gavin Hayes only have 3 points, but I forgot that he's in Rockford right now. Just gotta get used to the game. Levshinoff 5 points, good shit. Korchinski
Baby steps,
7.
baby.
Yeah, baby steps, right? What was it on? I think it was like Friday. Did you see this? It was like it was a good amount of Blackhawks prospects had like a goal or an assist at all their games. It was like 7 or 8
I think
players.
so with that. Yeah.
It was
Did you
something
send
crazy.
that? Yeah.
I don't know. I might have. I don't know. Either way,
But with all that saying,
the kids are looking good.
Calm down, relax. The future's good.
Plus, we still have 2 firsts this year.
One of them's looking to be very, very good.
One of them could be James Higgins.
Fuck yeah, baby.
You never know. And then if it is, like, we'll see if he could be an actual true, like, face-off winning center. I was going to say true center, but, like, face-off winning center. And really just move Bedsy over to the wing. And then Frankie, little baby Frankie, can be 2C.
Let's go. I like it. All right. That's Tanner's farm report. I guess I'm gonna abuse the shit out of that. All right, so we are almost up to an hour here. So let's do one thing. We'll just do this playoff thing really quick. We'll do rapid fire. You know the old saying, you're in a playoff position at American Thanksgiving. You are
Thanksgiving
likely going to make the playoffs, and it's what is it, like 70 something percent or something like that make the playoffs, and then something miss, like some ridiculous stat like that. So okay, real quick, Eastern Conference. Here are the division leaders: Toronto, Florida, Tampa. Do you feel that all those teams are playoff teams no matter what?
Yeah, absolutely.
New Jersey, Carolina, Washington.
No. I think, I don't know. Has Washington started struggling since Ovi hasn't been playing?
6-3-1 in their last 10.
How long has Ovi been out?
Good question. A week?
Because he got hurt against
Utah.
So let me see what their schedule looks like. And he's out for what, 4 to 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, they just beat Florida. Apparently, everybody is.
Dude, they're 7-2 on the road.
So since Ovi got hurt, they won that Utah game. So I'm not going to count it because they might have been winning already. I don't know what the score was, but they are 1-2. But does this show? Oh, it does show overtime losses. So yeah, they're only 1-2 in those 3 games since then.
Okay, so still to be determined. Yeah, I think they're definitely out of the division leaders in the East. They're definitely the one that I would definitely paint as the most likely to fall off.
Yeah, because they're riding the high of Ovechkin. Like, I think Friedman said this in their podcast, but he's like, Ovechkin rides the high off of the team as much as the team rides the high off of Ovechkin. They kind of feed each other. And so, like, him playing well was driving that team to play well. And I think not having him there they're going to take a hit a bit.
One thing with Carolina is their goaltending. Both their guys are injured right now. So you got to wonder if they're going to pick up the phone call. Could Gibson be a target?
Oh, I thought that they were fine again. I don't know. They had issues in the past, and nothing bothers them.
Yeah. So wild card right now, the Rangers at the top spot. The Sabres have the second spot, and Boston.
Sabres are in the second spot?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And they just by points percentage like 0.048 over Boston.
Also,
and then you have like
Buffalo
the Islanders
7-3 in their last 10.
Yeah. Islanders, Flyers, even Columbus and Detroit are kind of hanging in there, 3 points back.
Yeah.
Ottawa is 4 points back. I mean, it's crazy to say. I mean, entire East is like within striking distance. I mean, I know it's early, but it's like you're
Well,
1 5-game win streak away from being back in a wild card hunt.
yeah, and Montreal being in last isn't anything that big of a deal because Patty Laine's practicing.
Non-contact jersey too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Western Conference division leaders.
Also, Pittsburgh just picked up Phil Tomasino for a fourth rounder.
That's so stupid.
In 2027.
So stupid.
I guess he just hasn't been putting up the numbers that they want him to. So
Western Conference Central Division, the Jets, the Wild, and the Stars. 1, 2, 3. I think the Wild is more likely gonna fall down. That I think Nah, I think that's set. I think when I say fall down, I think they might go to number 3, if anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Dallas is the one team that I think can take over the entire division because Winnipeg started super hot, and and I think they've got their 4 losses in the last 7 games.
The big wild card here, and there's no pun intended because they are the second wild card spot, is Colorado. If they can get their goaltending situation figured out and all that, they could potentially push Minnesota down to that wild card spot, or whoever falls to that third spot could flirt there. Pacific Division.
Is Colorado fully healthy yet?
I don't know.
I want to say that they have a majority of their team back.
I think they are, yeah. All right. Pacific Division, Vegas, Flames, Canucks. Canucks own a tiebreaker over the Kings for the third spot. The Kings have the top spot, wild card spot. I don't think the Flames have the stamina to keep that going all season, man.
I don't either, especially because Edmonton is outside right now. They're gonna make it in. It's gonna happen. Nobody can stop it. Vancouver. It's surprising how well Vancouver is keeping up, especially the fact that they haven't had Thatcher Demko all year, and they just lost JT Miller. I guess he's going through some stuff and trying to get right.
Well, what's helping is Elias Pettersson is kind of finding his game again. Yeah. Quinn Hughes is picking it up, minus getting ejected.
Dakota Joshua's back in the lineup because he started the year hurt. I think didn't he have something weird, like a ruptured testicle or something?
Yeah, something like that. No, wasn't it like cancer or
no? Oh, maybe thing? Is that what it was? It was potentially.
Yeah,
I wish I could see where it was. Oh yeah. Here we go. Testicular cancer. Oh shit, you were right.
Yeah, Phil Kessel did. He's about to be an Iron Man.
He underwent successful surgery for testicular cancer. Well, good on him to fucking catch that early. Oh, never forget. Just touch your nuts. Touch your nuts. Yeah, they have him listed on their second line right now. That's why I was like, oh shit, no way.
Then you got the Oilers, Kraken. Oilers 24 points, Kraken 23, Utah 21, St. Louis 21, Anaheim 19, San Jose 19, Predators 17, and the Hawks 16. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a good race.
Yeah.
Now the season officially starts. That Thanksgiving has come.
I hope that the Hawks can, get a few more wins here or there. They're still going to be a bottom of the league team, which is fine because if you wanted them to be a playoff team, you're smoking fucking crack.
Yeah.
But like we've said before, this team is it's more fun to watch this team. It's more exciting than what has been the last 2 years. If they can start scoring some more goals, it'd be even better. But you just need Betsy to start probably get out of it. It's weird because I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like he's having like Lucas Reichel symptoms.
Yeah.
Like it got passed. And I don't want to say put Bedsy in the fucking minors because that's pointless. But something, he just needs something to snap him out of it.
We joked about it. Like it would be Coach Richardson healthy scratching him and he'd be packing his boxes as he's doing it. But I mean, would that be something that, dude?
I think it's literally just like you're going to take 30 shots this game or I'm going to bench you.
Or do you give him third line, fourth line minutes?
See, I just don't think even if he's not shooting, he's still a very effective player.
Right.
Like that's the thing. It's like it's not like he's not shooting and he's awful out there.
Yeah.
It's just he's just not getting the chance to shoot.
It's just
he's
that's
still doing everything else.
It's just what makes the situation with him so tough. It's because it's like every other player, it's like, oh, you have this issue, you do A, B, or C. You have this, you do D, C, or F. Like it's like with Dart, it's like you can't do that. It's like you can't send him a Rockford, you can't healthy scratch him, you can't bench him, you can't do that. Like and not saying you can't, it doesn't make sense for the type of player he is.
I'm just curious if he's ever had this issue before. Like if this is like the first time he's truly facing like some sort of hardship like this, like he's got to figure it out. Like you can't do it. Like I don't know. You can't force him to figure it out. Like he's gonna get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine. It's not like we're like we say. It's not like we're a playoff team. Like once this is happening now, it's kind of a good thing. Because if it was like we're supposed to be in the playoffs and he's supposed to be leading the way and all of a sudden he has nothing and the team is good around him, then it's kind of like, what the fuck is happening? But it's like,
yeah.
All right, let's get all this shit out of the way.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right, episode 298. What do you want to call it?
Thank God for goaltending.
All right, so make sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcast feed, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the big two, but we're on all podcast feeds. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and social media at WCB Podcast, and we will see you on the next one. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, dude. Love you, boys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the WCB Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast. To connect with Jarom and Tanner, check out the boys at WCB Podcast on all social media. We'll see you next time.